Hi guys, hope everybody's doing well. We're going to continue our discussion on Longfellow. Now, we're going to talk about his poem called Nature. This is actually a sonnet, which I'm going to talk about a little bit later on what a sonnet is. But when we look at the sonnet on page 298, we see in line section 3, it's talking about even though the toys are broken, the child is not sure that he wants to leave. Loves being out in nature, loves staying out there where he's comforted and feels at peace. Doesn't want to leave. Then in section 4, in the rest of the poem, he uses numerous words that implies and suggests the gentleness of rest and peace, which is one of the things that's typical of Longfellow. He really encourages people, and he continues to just be so positive. And again, he's that fireside term. Now, what I want to do, I remember I mentioned I said I would talk about what a sonnet is. Well, a sonnet is a poem of 14 lines. It's usually written in iambic pentameter that follows a specific pattern of rhymes. One of the most challenging of all the poetic forms, and has attracted many poets for over the centuries, is the sonnet. The sonnet has provided they're very durable, but because it is at once large enough to permit full development of an idea, and yet it's strict enough in its form to impose order and intensity, it's very difficult to really write and write well. The sonnet is, again, it's free, but yet it's extremely structured as well. So you have to be very skilled in order to write a good, solid sonnet. There are two principal kinds of sonnets. There's the Petrarchan or the Italian sonnet, and then the Shakespearean or the English sonnet. These two kinds of sonnets are distinguished mainly by their rhyme schemes and the patterns that they follow. The English sonnet is composed of what we call 3 quatrains, or groups of 4 lines, and a final couplet of 2 rhymed lines. So you have 4, 4, 4, giving us our 12, and then our last 2. In the rhyme scheme, the first line of each quatrain rhymes with the third and the second line of the fourth. The rhyme scheme of the 3 quatrains and the final couplet is represented in this pattern. I wish I had a board so I could show you and give you some examples, but I don't. So we have A, B, A, B, C, D, C, D, E, F, E, F, G, G. So we have the rhyme pattern with the A and the B, and then A rhymes with the first one, so it's 1 and 3, 2 and 4, and then the last 2. The close relationship between the sonnet's rhyme scheme and the development of the poet's idea is really how it's determined on what kind of sonnet we're writing. The rhyme scheme, if it's really edgy and choppy, there's a lot more difficulty, and the sonnet deals more with turmoil. Each quatrain is a variation on the basic theme, and the final couplet draws it all to a conclusion. The Italian sonnet is Longfellow's way the type that he uses in different rhyme schemes. It has 2 divisions. In the Italian sonnet, they have the first 8 lines or an octave, and then they have the final 6 lines, which is a sestet. The octave usually employs only 2 rhyme schemes that distinguishes between the pattern. We have an A-B-B-A, A-B-B-A. The sestet permits more of a variation. So the structure and rhyme scheme is closely related to the idea. The division into the octave and sestet usually dictates that the sonnet's idea is divided into 2 parts. The Italian sonnets, the octave is usually a general proposition, and the sestet is the actual application of the idea. Other Italian sonnets, the octave establishes one part of a comparison and the sestet completes it. In other sonnets, the octave may ask the question and the sestet, or present the problem, and the sestet resolves it. So that's just basically, in a nutshell, what a sonnet does. We're not going to be writing a sonnet in here, so you don't have to go and get all worried and panicky over that. But just in order to understand, we have the problem, then we have the resolution. And since Longfellow wrote with the 8 and the 6, the octave and the 6, we have the problem presented in nature, then we have the resolution in the sestet. And that will conclude for today, and I will see you tomorrow. Well, I guess you'll see me, I won't see you. But again, if you need any assistance, feel free to contact me at sk@lcmail.org. Don't hesitate to give me a call. Have a great night.